Well, what can I say other than hello and welcome to another jaunt on the Isle of Harrisandlewis. This week you're finding us a little bit further around the coast. We're right round on the west coast, I think it is. Well, it'd be not even possibly the southwest coast. We're at a little place very popular for photographers, I think, even though I'm here on the wrong weather conditions, the wrong tidal conditions, the wrong wind conditions, the wrong all conditions really, but I have no choice really. This is the time we're due to come over here. We're going to go down to another place tomorrow morning and then we've got to go back home. So this is our last day to come and see this place. And we are here at the Mangersta.
We'll just put it on the screen.
We'll put it on the screen for you. Mangersta sea stacks or whatever it is. The beach is round the cove down there. God, look at that, a cave. The beach is round the cove down there, and we're up on the cliffs. Let's take you over to the edge and show you what it's like at the edge. We parked the car right back up yonder and decided to walk. We're going to actually walk all the way around, and we're going to walk right round to that point over on the top there. So that's our mission for this afternoon. It's nice enough conditions for a walk, to be honest, in all fairness. And the wife's shouting at me. I'm just trying to get this out of my neck. Oh, the wife's shouting at me, don't go too close to the edge, don't go too close to the edge. Well, what's the fun in that? Wow, look at the sea, so clear. Look at this. Isn't that impressive, eh? As long as you don't suffer with vertigo and all that. As you can see, Mrs. C stood there. She likes to keep about 10 foot from the edge, whereas I like to, as long as it's not one of those crumbling cliffs with a lot of landslides on it, even though this is quite crumbly. But yeah, this is impressive. This is really, really, really awesome. But again, this is going to be one of them days where you wish the sea was bashing hell out of it and the tide was higher and stuff like that. Now we could end up getting cut off around here, so we're going to have a walk around this side. We're thinking we can walk right around the coast, but I'm not sure. But I will get a few images here. Well, I'm definitely not going this way, am I? We ain't definitely not going this direction. So yeah, I'm hoping to get a few images here. Long exposures maybe. There's really, it's quite sad really. No, I'm alright, I'm loving it, I'm having a really good time. But it's sad to the fact that you dream about conditions, you dream about seeing things, you know, you want the sunrises, the sunsets, you want the crashing seas, the smashing waves, the heavy wind, the turbulence and stuff like that, big skies, and you can dream and dream and dream as much as you like, but the actual time you get to have these places to yourselves and to, you know, actually get here, considering it's thousands of miles from home. Well, not thousands, hundreds of miles from home. It's not 1,000 miles at all, it's hundreds of miles from home. Yeah, it's just not so easy. So we'll make the most of what we got today. Enjoy a little bit of B-roll, enjoy these sea stacks, and I'll catch you when I get the camera out. See you in a little while. How impressive is that lot? Fantastic. Something I don't do enough of, taking pictures with the good lady wife in. So we've just taken a selfie, as we do. I took one of myself, which I think is an absolute corker. I might be using it for my banner on my Facebook for now. And I'm taking another one of Denise, and we've also taken one of the two of us together, but I'm just taking one of Denise now. She's sat on the rock, she's not right on the edge like I get, she's come back a little bit, and I've tried to frame her so she's just in between the sea stacks, and it looks, let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. Oh, it looks pretty awesome actually. And I had it on a long exposure, so let's have a look what we were on. We were on 5 seconds at f9. She sat nice and still. All right babe, you're done now if you want. She sat nice and still, and yeah, that way we get the movement in the water as well, so it's pretty cool. But what an absolutely stunning place this is. Absolutely stunning. And I know the weather's not photographic, but for just chilling out and just enjoying it, it can't be any better really. The wind's quite low, the sea's calm, the weather's warm. I mean, I don't even need this coat on, to be fair. So yeah, just for chilling out, it's fantastic. So what a beautiful place. I've taken a couple of other shots as well. I've used the rocks down here as a foreground. Making sure I've got myself in a position sort of like this, so that the rocks at the end there, that bit there, so that the rocks don't actually collide with the sea stack. So I've moved myself in a position, because if you go too low, you'll see down there, wherever we are, down there, it collides with the sea stack, and if you go too far over, you can see it disappears into the sea stack. So you need to get yourself in a position like so, where are we, just there, that's giving you a bit of segregation and just moving around. This is just the first stop. We wasn't planning on getting the camera out, but it's so nice. Denise wanted to get hers out, I wanted to get mine out, and it's absolutely fantastic. There is actually a guy up there. Looks like he's got a camera. He seems to be taking his time walking along the cliff, so we are going to head round that way, but we're going to have to make our way around this bit first. But yeah, what an absolutely gorgeous view. Fan-bloody-tastic. Made our way round a bit further now, and it's a bit windier this side. You can probably see by Denise's ears flopping around in the wind that yeah, it's definitely a bit windier this side. So this bay is obviously sheltered. If you look over in the distance there, you can see the waves crashing against the rocks, but it's obviously sheltered by this cliff face. We are making our way round. There is another photographer over there, and I'd be absolutely amazed if that was Simon Booth. I think it's Simon Booth, who's doing the Harrisandlewis for 2 weeks, and we're here at the same time. I'm definitely going to go and tap him on the shoulder. Not that he's going to know who I am or anything. I might get the camera out and take a shot of this. Look at the way it's opening up now. It's just a shame the tide's low, like I said before. If the tide was high, you'd probably get a bit more separation between them. I was just stood there for about 10 minutes trying to work out where I could get to get that tall, skinny one. Where are we? Somewhere down there. There's a tall, skinny one there. Separate it with a pointy one there and this one there, but I couldn't get in a position where all three of them were actually separated by the water, so I wasn't going to take it. I actually needed to be probably about 15 foot further out, and obviously the cliff's given away, so if those shots have been taken in the past, they're impossible to get now, without a drone, that is. My drone's in the car, and I'm probably not going to use a drone this week. It's quite ironic that I got the Fuji out and I spent all week with a Fuji. But yeah, I might take a shot here. I just like the way it runs down the coastline. You've got this lovely sweeping coast all the way around. I know it's a bit hazy out there in the distance, but I can't change that. Try a bit of dehaze maybe when I get back, but I'm not too worried. Absolutely loving this. It's a great holiday. It's quite chilled out for me. I'm normally erratic and running around and going mental, but I'm quite chilled out, and it's quite nice. It makes a change to have a bit of a break as well as photography. And not just concentrating on shooting all the time, even though everything I do, or everything I do, I'll involve you guys anyway, because I just enjoy taking you along for the ride. So yeah, let's get my camera out, take a shot here, and see what it looks like in post. The blues of the water is really nice. If anything else, you can see right through. It's so clear up here, but you just would not believe that I'm up in the outer Hebrides and Iceland is just over the rotor, you know, just over that water there a little bit, and I could take my coat off. Look, I've got my coat undone, I've got my collar undone. It's ridiculous how warm it is and how nice it is. It's about 11 degrees. This is not right for the outer Hebrides in Scotland. Had switcheroo every time I look down at the camera when I'm looking through the viewfinder. This is beautiful. I like this here actually. Every time I look through the viewfinder, I keep knocking myself in the hat peak. See the good lady wife's over there. Where is she? She's there somewhere. Just making our way over to her now. And again, I mentioned these before, but these are brilliant. I know I can give the wife a good shout, and I know she's not far away.
Hello.
See what I mean? This is nice. I like all these. I think obviously erosion. See this down there? I like all this erosion lines that just sort of lead you down, but it's very difficult to actually get an image of it. This kind of reminds me, looking at this, of what I imagine Iceland to be like. Look at the cliff behind me there. Woo! Doesn't that look cool? That's actually quite nice. Looking at you, looking at me, looking at that. That's quite a nice angle there. You've got this lovely line that sweeps you right the way around, and you've got the sea stacks down there. So it's just endless, isn't it? You can just keep taking photographs. If you enjoy taking photographs, this is what you want to do. Just keep taking them. That's quite nice. You've got where Denise is sat now. See there, she sat down there on the cliff, and she's got this, can't quite see my finger, got this stack there, right bang in the middle, which is quite nice. So it separates it quite nicely. But these ridges there going round, that's almost worth getting the wide angle lens out and just having a look at that there. So again, I'm going to put you down, maybe get the camera out, take a few images, and I'll show you the images. It's very difficult to talk you through all the stuff like this when I'm holding the camera in one hand, setting the images up with the other hand. If it looks really good, then I'll switch it back on and show you what I'm doing. Camera set up again, slightly further around this time. As you can see, the good lady wife there, she's just having a chill out while I'm taking my time and setting up different images. I've had a bit of a play with the camera. I liked it where I got it there, but as I've done a complete pano, which you may have already seen by now, the Panoramic, I think it's going to work all right. It's got a lovely sweep all the way from there. I actually brought it all the way around the cliff, but I'd probably end up cropping it down. But as I swept it round, I noticed there was a rock down there that was being cut off by this cliff. So I moved myself over, done another complete panoramic, and I'll put the two together now and I'll show you the difference. Hopefully there'll be a difference between the top and the bottom image. Let me know, A or B, A or B. The wife's stuffing chocolate now. I just caught her at the corner of my eye. So I'm going to sit down with her, I'm going to have a cup of tea. Well, I'm not, I'm going to have a bottle of water. and I'm gonna have my sandwiches and just enjoy this for a little while. So I'll speak to you in a little bit. We're gonna still head over that way. That photographer seems to be getting closer and closer. Look at him there, he's right on the end of that cliff now. So I don't know who he is, but he's taken an awful lot of photographs, and I need to go and say hello and bag myself another subscriber maybe. You know how it's done. Let's go and get me a sandwich. You alright, wife?
Yeah.
Having a bit of a recce. Some may call it stupidity, some may not. If this was to slip, it looks pretty smooth slide, not just a drop off. So I took a walk over there, just been over there and had a look at that crack. While I was looking here, I like this leading line. This leading line is going up to the mountains. Now there's no sky, there's no anything, but again, I'm here, I'm going to take it. Might be able to make it monochrome, might be able to turn it to a black and white with all these dark ridges and then the white sky, so it might work. Also, let me just come back down here a little bit. Also, I found this. By coming here, you've got this lovely ridge, or maybe a little bit further over. You've got this lovely ridge there, taking you out to the sea stacks. With some little rocks in the front there. So I'm going to bring the camera down here, take a shot of this, slightly different angle, see what it works like. Yeah, so don't do things like I do sometimes. I do push my luck a little bit, but that's being 50 for you, I suppose. And she will tell me off in a minute. Back around the other side now. Stood on this nice little ledge just here, but look at the rocks now. Awesome. They're not as good, I don't think they're as good as over there. Over that way you get the separation with the water between them a bit more. This way the cliffside behind them is actually blending in a little bit, but it's still a nice view from here because you're looking into the edge of the coast. So you're looking into the cliffs where they've all sort of, pretty much where they've come from. So I will take an image from here. I think it's well worth taking one while I'm here. Composition wise, there isn't one. Literally just that, straight in. Just making sure I get maybe a bit of this cliff face. Got the seagulls flying around. It'd be quite nice to actually get a few seagulls in the middle of it, because we're quite high up. It's pretty Pretty amazing. The seagulls are actually nesting down in this little gully down there. Been watching them flying in and out. It's quite therapeutic, but I've got to watch this wind. Every so often the wind's picking up behind me. So yeah, just got speaking to this lady. She's been down here, as you saw earlier on, taking photographs. Just asked what it was like over where we were, and I said it's quite worth going around and having a look. So she's going to make her way around that way. So we swap sides now. Yeah, let's get the camera out then. Let's get another image. And look at this. Look at her. She's right over there. Look, she's one ahead of me, but we can always check up on her. You all right, dear? Yep. These things are brilliant. I think they're fantastic. Yeah, she's going up to that little bunch of stones just there. Bless. She's enjoying herself, really. Right, let's get another shot of this, and it'll soon be time to say goodbye. So bear with me for a minute. Alright, I think it's time for me to say goodbye, or time for us to say goodbye. We're just having a bit of a pav around now. She's taking a risk and seeing if she's going to fall in the bog. Look at her walking across the peat. It's pretty dry up here at the moment, but any minute now she goes up to her knees. Don't come crying to me. I'm going to take a couple of images up here as well. I'm not going to talk you through, I'm going to say goodbye anyway. I might take one of the little cairn thing, which is pretty cool, or at least get a selfie of me and the wife with it. And I quite like these shapes that's caused by obviously the wet peat.
That's been cut away, that is.
It looks like it's been cut away, doesn't it? Yeah, I might just take a few pictures of the boulders and stuff around here. While we're here, might as well. I might not even show you them, it depends what they come out like. But yeah, thanks for watching. I know this has been a one location, one spot, one shoot type of thing, which is a bit rare for me because we're normally all over the place, aren't we?
You still managed to talk for 20 minutes.
And I still managed to talk to probably 20 minutes, yeah. But I've shown you all the things we've been up to today. Shown you the different images of the stacks. My car's way up over there, I can just about see it in the distance. We've had a really good evening, or a really good afternoon. Definitely a sunrise or sunset location this is. It's you want that nice soft golden light, or you want something really rough and ragged. It's a bit flat and it's a bit boring for my liking, but I still quite like the shots. I think there's a bit of golden colour in the rocks. The polarizer's popped out all the nice deep blues, and she's waving me. She's waving me. She's waving me. What's she waving me for? Before we go, what's she waving me for? Let's have a little look. See. Come here. Come here. She's saying. What, dear?
I think that'll look a nicer shot of the stacks, but there's
stacks. Yeah, it looks quite nice. So this is a nice leading line here. Look at this for a leading, taking you over to the stacks. But they're not separated again. So we'll bob a few more images up. I'll chuck a few up at the end. And yeah, like I said, thanks for watching. Got anything to say, dear? Bye. That was it. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Ciao for now. Bye bye.